Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the season premiere of high school football here on WILN. Tonight, week number 1, the Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week. The Bulldogs of Berwick play host to the Cougars of Hazleton area. And you are looking live at Crispin Field in Berwick, home of the Berwick Bulldogs. We thank you for joining us for another season of high school football here on WILN. I'm Marty Burns, joined as always by the former head football coach of Wilkes University and the first member of Berwick High School to make the Big 33 game, my good friend Joe DeMelfi. Jim Burns on the stats, Eric DeBerardinis on the sidelines. And Joe, we just finished up a pregame ceremony honoring Coach Curry, who passed away back on April the 1st. We were there for his final regular season game against Hazleton area, and I know not only the state of Pennsylvania and this area will deeply miss Coach Curry for all his contributions to football, but you being a resident of Berwick, just talk about how much he's missed just in this community.
Well, I think one of the things you look at is George Curry, 455 wins, winning as coach in the state of Pennsylvania. His coaching has impacted many lives, and you can listen to the former players talk about him. I knew him as a college coach when I was at Wilkes, recruited several of his players, but there's no doubt he has made a tremendous impact on football in Berwick and football across the state and the nation.
And I know, well, I always have fond memories. Whenever I think of Coach Curry, I'll be thinking of him and Tim Thompson on the George Curry Report, and you can tell many a good story about those two.
Yeah, especially when Tim would say, "Coach, the Bulldogs are deep." I have to correct you, Marty. I am not the first. Kirk Kressler is the second person listed on the wall over there. He was chosen, and I was actually chosen as a fill-in, but I did play and was the second player.
Well, I was trying not to let the truth get in the way of a good story, Coach, but we'll head down for our opening toss of the coin with referee Jay Rowan and both teams' captains.
Tonight, joining our captain and our head official at midfield for the ceremonial coin toss is Sergeant Anthony Ayers. As part of the tour throughout high school venues throughout the country this season, Friday Night Lights Tour has provided them with commemorative coin for the toss, as well as a coin for each team to keep as a memento for tonight's game.
As we saw from Jay Rowan, Hazleton area won the toss. They want the football to start. But for Berwick, Joe, you may be the best one in this building to answer this question as Frank Sheptock takes over this Berwick football program. Tell us a little bit about Frank Sheptock, your old defensive coordinator at Wilkes University.
I think there are a couple of things he brings to the program. Obviously, I know him well. He has a passion for the game. He is very, very involved in the coaching aspect with players, even as the head coach, and he has his position coaches. But I think the most important thing, when he played at Bloom, it was the same way. He has a passion for the sport. He coaches intensely, and I think he was a good fit for the Berwick program, following a legend. And you can ask Alabama about the 5 or 6 people who followed Bear Bryant. They had a tough time. Following a legend is not easy. Coach, on the other hand, Coach Brennan's done an excellent job with the Hazleton Cougars, and I'm expecting a very good ball game. Both quarterbacks can stretch the field. Let's see what happens.
We saw Jay Rowan, the referee. He's joined by Al Williams, Ed McCoskey, Bill Ermish, Wayne Waslowski, and Chuck Hannon, just about set for tonight's kickoff. Ken Marshman, number 31 in the blue for Berwick, going from right to left on your screen to kick it away to number 22, Matt Sutton, number 23, Damon Horton. The 2016 season is underway. This will be Sutton from the 13. He's across the 20, coming to the near sideline. Across the 30, and he'll be brought down by Joseph Miller across the 35. Right, looks like they'll mark him right at the 35-yard line.
Miller did a nice job in the open field as we look at Hazleton area.
Cougar offense, Marola, Zach, and Mike Fuchik, Koschel, and Brunza. McCarthy, the tight end. Sparky Wolk, the sophomore, now a quarterback. Kinney and Otero, a 1,000-yard rusher last year for the Cougars. Keep an eye on that sophomore. David Smith, 6'2", 200 pounds. Coach Brennan likes him, joined with Hunter Van Blargen as the receivers. Wolk under center. Play action. Pumps. Going downfield for Van Blargen. Tipped and almost intercepted. Almost coming up with the pick was Groshek from his safety position.
Nice play by the Berwick secondary. Almost ended up with the tip drill, Berwick on defense.
Got to look at the Bulldogs up front, a four-man front. Roberts, Monaco, Strother, and Pierce. Sassini, Norris, Ellinger, the linebackers. Parks and Beckhorn, the corners. Force and Groshek, the safeties. And getting the first carry of the year is Damon Horton, and he is brought down for a loss of about a yard.
I'll tell you what, excellent job off the corner.
And Horton lost his helmet, so he's going to have to leave the field for a play. So the Cougars are going to come out 3rd and long.
Kyle Roberts off the corner very quickly. Before Otero could get to the line of scrimmage, he had come down hard. Something that the Hazleton coaches might take a look at. Berwick's four-man front.
Wolk looking left. Now he's going to tuck it and run. He's across the 35. He'll be brought down at the 38, a gain of 4, well short of the first down. Joe Norse on the tackle.
Norse getting over and making sure Wolk, and we talked about Wolk and Marshman having the ability to cause you a problem if they get down the field, but that time Norse did an excellent job with the tackle. Berwick's defense comes up big on the first series, Marty.
Looks like Damon Horton on to punt. Back deep for the Bulldogs. Number 8, Evan Klinger. Number 83, Damon Beckhorn. Horton's kick will be taken by Klinger at the 32. He's across the 40. Klinger into Cougar territory, and he'll be brought down inside the 45 to the 41. Great start for the Berwick Bulldogs.
Klinger did an excellent job on the return, waited to the last second, took it outside. Looked like a block right here was going to be a little questionable, but the Berwick player had his helmet in front. Bulldogs take over, going in at the 41-yard line.
So for the first time, we got to look at a Frank Sheptock High School offense for the Berwick Bulldogs. Coming out at the quarterback will be junior Jared Marshman.
Double slot, single back. And this from a guy, when we threw it 24 times a game, Coach Sheptock would almost lose his mind.
Well, that's the defensive guy in him, Coach.
He changed his attitude.
5-yard penalty makes it 1st and 15. I think Hazleton area sideline thought that a timeout had been called, but that was not the case. So the trainers and managers will have to head off the sideline quickly. It was a offside against the Bulldogs. 1st and 15 back to the Cougar 46. This will be Wider right up the middle. Wider's got a first down and more, and he stumbles down inside the 20. And for the first time this year, picks up a Harry's You Pull It. Berwick first down.
Wider to the line of scrimmage, left side. Excellent job. Right there, you saw the end of the play. White has stumbled on that turf.
White gets it again, but the Cougars this time not fooled. John Marola on the tackle for a gain of 1 as the Bulldogs are in the Grand Central red zone.
Marola did an excellent job closing and making that tackle. Yard gain.
And again, the Bulldogs go no huddle. Fake to Wida. Marshman keeps up the middle. And Marshman will get down inside the 15 to the 13 before Carson Kinney brings him down for a gain of 6.
We talked about this last year in this type of offense. The quarterback's ability to hide the football. Tough to find. Linebackers looking for it. Marshman picks up good yardage.
Marshman rolling right. Looking. Throws to the end zone. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Berwick, Anthony Cecchini.
Cecchini got behind the defense, Marty. Really got lost back there. Marshman made a nice throw. Got it over the defender. Berwick rolled Marshman to give him more time. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Here you're going to see it. A lot of time here. 1003, 1004, 1005. Now what this enables the receivers to do is find a spot. And Cecchini did that. Marshman found him.
Ken Marshman on for the point after. Klinger to hold. It is down. Kick is up. It is good. 9:37 left in the opening quarter. Berwick strikes first, leading 7-0.
Camp out all month long at Berger, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Route 93, Hazel Township.
Hey, $6,000 off Cherokee Limited, or lease a Latitude for only $259 a month. Or lease a Renegade for only $189. Lease this $50,000 Ram for only $339 a month.
It's the summer clearance event at Berger, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Route 93, Hazel Township.
Berger Family Dealerships, drive with experience.
The mission today is to seek out the target and capture it. Expect it to be hot. This place has got everything. SP time now.
Eyes on, 200 meters to the west.
I got it! Go, go, go! Good afternoon, ma'am. How much is this alternator?
On the Berger Family Dealership scoreboard, the Bulldogs take the opening offensive possession of the 2016 season, go 41 yards, and they lead 7-0.
One of the things Hazleton's going to have to do, Marty, is put some pressure. That means they can't allow Marshman just to get outside the defensive end and bide his time. Tough to have coverage like that.
This is a deep kick that forces Horton all the way back to his 1. He's across the 10. Trying to cut it back to the far side, and the Bulldogs with great coverage brings him down shy of the 15. So that's where the Cougars will start their second possession of the season. Football action on WYLN TV is made possible by Service Electric Cablevision, your source for the best high-speed internet, TV, and phone. Visit sectv.com today to view all of the latest products, services, and specials. Stop by the 22nd Street Auto Center for all your automobile needs and check out our quality used cars. And high school football is brought to you in part by the Small Car Center located at 37 North Pine Street in Hazleton. For good, honest, professional work, call the Small Car Center, 570-459-1865. This will be Otero getting his first carry of the year, and the Bulldogs are not fooled. Kyle Roberts bringing him down for a loss.
Roberts again up the field very quickly. Hazleton area is going to have to find a way to block him. He's done an excellent job here. I have to go back to the kickoff. Jacob Betts did an excellent job for the Bulldogs on special teams, getting down, making the initial hit.
Bulldogs scoring drive, 4 plays, 41 yards, a minute 8 off the clock. Big plays, Klinger, 27-yard punt return, Wida, a 26-yard run, Cecchini, a 13-yard touchdown pass from Marshman. Wolk out of the gun on 2nd and long. Quick pass to Van Blargen. Broke one tackle. He gets across the 20 to the 22 before Groshek brings him down about 3 yards shy of the first down.
Groshek got over. Beckhorn tried to take a chance on that pass, didn't get there quick enough. You're going to see it right there. You see Beckhorn going really after the ball instead of collisioning the receiver. Rocher got over, forces a third down.
Wolk again out of the gun. Cougars shift. That was McCarthy and Kinney going to the bottom of your screen. Otero, Bulldogs waiting for him. Stack him up again for another loss of a yard.
They shift and then they try to run that little counter back. That counter will not be effective when there are defensive play, and no play will be effective when there are defensive players 2 or 3 yards up the field, which is what happened there.
And both teams come out with their special teams units. Beckhorn and Klinger back deep for the Bulldogs. Horton again to punt it away for Hazleton area. Low snap. Horton didn't even look to try to kick it. He's going to try to run with it. Horton is across the 20 and he is hit out of bounds. We'll actually say he stepped out of bounds at the 23, which appears to be about 2 yards shy of the first down.
Where the official is marking it, Marty, you are right. So there's a turnover after the low snap. There you see trying to get to the corner. Damon Florton trying to get to the corner. Looked like he might be able to make it. Berwick with good pursuit. Up 7-0. First down deep in the Cougars' territory.
Force in motion. The give is to Wida. Wida breaks a tackle. Spins. Wida to the end zone. Touchdown, Berwick.
I'll tell you what, it was a counter off all that motion. Wida came back to the left side. I don't know if we can get another look at that. I hope we can. Here you see the offensive line. Excellent job. The left side of that offensive line with an excellent job for the Bulldogs. Of course, Taylor, McLaughlin, Pierce, they all did a nice job. Wida, who I talked to Coach Sheptock a little earlier, a lot of good things to say about Wida. Very tough, hard runner.
Ken Marshman's kick is up and good. 7:14 left in the opening quarter. Bulldogs out quickly, 14-0.
Don't make the big box mistake. Shop local and save at Grand Central in Hazleton. Get better prices than the big box store on our huge selection of furniture, mattresses, appliances, and electronics at Grand Central in Hazleton and at the Laurel Mall.
Express Care. Walk in and you walk into the region's most trusted health network.
We welcome you back to Crispin Field in Berwick on the Berger Family Dealership scoreboard. Bulldogs in front 14-0. Quick scoring drive, one play, 23 yards, 7 seconds off the clock. Wida with the 23-yard touchdown run set up by the bad punt that Horton tried to get the first down on, came a couple yards short. So the Bulldogs with a couple of short fields starting both possessions in Cougar territory, leading 14-0. And Marshman to kick it away for the third time in this first quarter. Sutton calls for it and takes it at his 6. He's across the 15, gets to the 20, and Sutton will be brought down near the 25-yard line. Making the tackle was Jacob Betts.
I'll tell you what, Betts is he's going to make his mark on special teams. That's the second time he's made a very good play on special teams.
High school football on WYLN is brought to you by DeLuca's Auto Repair on North Cedar Street. They offer repair and services for your vehicle at very affordable prices. You can depend on DeLuca's Auto Repair. Call 570-450-5685. And by Marchetti Plumbing. They've been serving the area for over 45 years. Go Cougars, and good luck to Coach Mike Brennan. And for all your plumbing needs, call Marchetti Plumbing, 570-455-7335. Cougars' third offensive possession. Start 1st and 10. Wolk faked it to Otero, and the Bulldog defense not fooled again. Kyle Roberts
I'll tell you
there
what,
to bring him down for a loss.
Marty, he was going to make the fake inside to Otero and take it back to the left. But when you have that kind of penetration, it's really difficult. I know Coach Brennan was talking about his offensive line, and he felt that they've made some strides. A big test for them because the Berwick defensive front is very aggressive, and they can get up the field. One of the things to slow them down, you got to try to screen it. You got to try to get the ball away quickly if you can.
This is Otero. Found a little bit of running room for the first time tonight as he got out to the 25-yard line for a gain of about 3 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 9. And one of the things, and you mentioned it, Joe, you know, the toughest thing for getting ready for this Berwick team under Coach Sheptock is you don't have any film. And one of the subtle adjustments is for how many years Coach Curry always ran that 5-man front. Berwick's coming with a 4-man front.
Yeah, the 4-man front, they have really 7 people standing. Roberts sometimes will play up. Now he's down right now. So they could have 8 men standing at some point. And with the new types of offense, Marty, I think to cover the field, you're going to have 8, 9 men standing because they have to get to the ball. That time, Monaco and Struthers did a nice job on Otero after he broke it back to the right side.
5-yard penalty makes it 3rd and 14.
All of a sudden, the 3rd down becomes a little more difficult. Now you have to worry about if you throw it short, the receiver they'll have to make up the yardage. If you try to walk back, will he have enough time the way it's been?
Wolk gets it out to Smith, and Klinger read it well, brought him down for a loss.
Wolk made the throw, and Smith wanted to start up the field, but Klinger did an excellent job. Evan Klinger there right now to latch on.
And I'll tell you what, early on, Joe, the Bulldogs are reading the plays well. They're stopping Hazleton at the point, but they're also tackling very well as well.
And that doesn't, to be very honest with you, that part does not surprise me. Coach Sheptock, a linebacker, he was my defensive coordinator. I'm sure that they put a lot of stress on the defensive part of that. Let's face it, Marty, you can run so many wides, you can do all those other things. You have to block, tackle, and run. I mean, that's football.
And high school football on WYLN is brought to you by Harry's Sporting Goods, 112 West Front Street in Berwick. They carry a wide variety of brand name sneakers, Nike, Asics, Saucony, Balance, E6, and so much more, like football cleats, a full-service sports store, special on backpacks, now until Labor Day. Harry's Sporting Goods, open 6 days a week. Give them a call, 570-752-5212. Marshman to pass on 1st down. Got Sassini, caught, brought down by Van Blargen, but not before a Harry's. You pull it 1st down at the Cougars 16.
Well, Sassini ran the route underneath. The secondary was deep. You're going to see Sassini, good blocking up front. Nobody near Marshman. Sassini runs the route. You have to, if you're a defensive back, you need to close on the route right now.
This is Wida. Wida gets a gain of about 3 on the play. Marola, among others, brought him down.
It's interesting, but one of the things with the spread type offense and snapping the ball directly to the quarterback is if you get a lead at some point, you want to, and I know it's early in the ball game, you don't want to do it right now, as Wida takes the handoff right up the middle, Marty.
And Otero brought him down as the Bulldogs continue another trip inside the Grand Central red zone. 3rd down and short. Call it 3rd and about 3.
I know the discussion about Berwick centered around their offensive line, but right now they're doing an excellent job moving people, creating holes.
Marshman keeps himself. A host of white jerseys surround him. It's going to depend on the spot.
Good call with the fake to Wida as
Jay Rowan says it's good for a Harry's. You pull it first down, 1st and goal, Bulldogs.
I'll tell you what, Marshman is a good-sized quarterback. They have him listed at 6 foot. Weight around 220, 225, so.
Wida, trying to get to the outside, is tracked down from behind by Caleb Yonner.
Yonner would have no part of that. Wida would look like he almost went to his knee here, then tried to bounce it outside when he couldn't find anything. Yonner with a nice tackle from the backside.
So the ball back to the Cougar 9, 2nd and goal. Fake to Wida, Marshman rolling left, being pressured by Marola. Throws to the end zone and knocked away. Van Blargen with the coverage.
I'll tell you what, Van Blargen did an excellent job. Couple of things. Number one, Marshman getting outside to his left, but now he's throwing right-handed, which is a little awkward for the quarterback that's right-handed, but he makes the throw not as crisp as he would like. Van Blargen makes a great play.
4 receivers set. Marshman out of the gun on 3rd and goal. Champ in motion to the top of your screen. Cross the middle and incomplete. He was looking for Kuchka. Brings up 4th down, and it looks like Ken Marshman is going to come on to attempt a field goal.
Jared Marshman looked like he made a pretty crisp throw, but I don't know if that ball was, I couldn't tell if it was tipped inside, but it looked like it might have been. So the Cougars play a strong defense.
Klinger will mark this at the 16, a 26-yard attempt. Marshman's kick is up, and it is good. 2:24 left in the opening quarter. Bulldogs now leading 17-0.
Minutes away. That's right, you're just minutes away from a great deal on a new car, truck, or SUV from Barber Ford. 2 great locations, Exeter and Hazleton. The best deals on America's #1 brand are just 19 minutes from Scranton, 15 minutes from Wilkes-Barre, 12 minutes from Old Forge, 18 minutes from Mountaintop, and 28 minutes from Berwick. Barber Ford in Exeter and Barber Ford in Hazleton. Start your new car search today at barberautogroup.com, where nobody sells for less.
Tired of internet and TV providers that force you to sign a contract, then saddle you with second-rate service? Service Electric Cablevision's advanced fiber network delivers faster internet, clearer cable channels, and a better home phone service with no long-term contracts. It's all backed by an exceptional team of local service professionals. No contracts, no nonsense, just great service. Call or visit secv.com to learn more.
On the Berger Family Dealership scoreboard, a 3rd possession started in Cougar territory. A 3rd score for the Bulldogs, this time a 26-yard field goal by Ken Marshman. They lead at 17-0. And Marshman, for the 4th time in this opening quarter, will kick it away, as Hazleton area look to get something going offensively. Got a nice stand defensively to hold the Bulldogs to a field goal as Sutton takes it from his 6. He's across the 20 and is spun down at about the 25-yard line. High school football on WYLN is brought to you by Jimmy's Quick Lunch, home of the famous Jimmy Dog, 123 East Broad Street in Hazleton. Stop and enjoy the best hot dog in Northeast PA. You can't come to Hazleton without stopping at Jimmy's Quick Lunch for the famous Jimmy Dog, now celebrating 79 years at the same location. And by Luzerne Tire Company. Quality service since 1959. They offer full automotive service, PA safety emissions, and motorcycle inspection, and brand name tires. Call for your appointment today, 570-455-6397, Luzerne Tire Company.
Now it becomes a case of, can they slow that defensive front down, they being Hazleton area. Again, Roberts up the field very quickly coming off the corner. You need to find a way to counter that if you're Hazleton area. You have to be able to, because his penetration 5-6 yards deep is causing a major problem right now for the Cougars.
Under 2 minutes remaining in the opening quarter on the Berger Family Dealership scoreboard. Berwick, 3 possessions started in Cougar territory, 3 scores. They lead at 17-0. Wolk out of the gun on 2nd and 10. Looking left, throws is complete to Smith. Smith breaks 1 tackle, and Smith is going to be brought down about a yard. Looks like they're going to mark him out of bounds, about 2 yards shy of the first down.
Good adjustment by Coach Brennan. Now roll a little bit to that side, maybe even be able to double team Roberts so he cannot get up the field. Wolk makes a completion, gives the Cougars a chance to make a first down here. The last several possessions by them, Marty, has been 3rd and long.
This is a 3rd and 2 from the Cougar 33. Van Blargen and Smith to the bottom of your screen. Bulldogs look like they're showing blitz. And Otero is brought down for a loss. Could it be? Yes. Kyle Roberts again.
Berwick was coming. Linebackers were very inching toward the line of scrimmage. Now you have Roberts right there. You just have 4 or 5 people defensively. Very, very tough to block that. Need to get rid of the football quickly, and that didn't happen. Coach Sheptock said to me earlier that he felt that the defensive line had a chance to be very good, and they are showing that right now.
Horton gets the punt away. This time it'll be Klinger. He'll get into Cougar territory. Klinger down the sideline. He'll be pushed out of bounds inside the Cougar 35 to the 33. But once again, the Bulldogs will start in Cougar territory, leading 17-0.
I'll tell you what, Alex Parks did a great job blocking the first man down, which enabled Klinger to get up the field. Small things like that will go a long way to winning football games. And you know, it wasn't a great block, but Marty, all it did was slow them, and that's exactly what you need to do, slow them down.
Jay Rowan signals Cougar timeout. They trail 17-0.
When I'm elected, things will change, but I promise you one thing. No one will beat a Fairway Chevrolet deal. No one.
Fairway Chevrolet, Route 309 in Hazel Township. Hey, no one beats a Fairway deal. No one.
I don't care what my opponent said. I knew for a very long time that no one beats a Fairway Chevrolet deal. No one.
Fairway Chevrolet, Route 309 in Hazel Township. Hey, no one beats a Fairway deal. No one.
Tri-County Business Machines has been serving the Hazleton area with office supplies and furniture for over 35 years. We are your local Kyocera dealer for all your digital Kyocera copiers, printers, and faxes. For exceptional reliability, sales, and service, the call to make is to Tri-County Business Machines. Tri-County Business Machines, keeping your office up to speed. Tri-County Business Machines, located at 117 East Broad Street, Hazleton. Phone 459-0754, or visit us on the web at tricountybm.com.
We welcome you back to Crispin Field, the season premiere of the Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week, as Berwick in front of Hazleton area on the Berger Family Dealership scoreboard 17-0. After the Hazleton area timeout, the Bulldogs start another possession in Cougar territory at the Cougar 33, 1st and 10. Jared Marshman out of the gun, signals for force to come in motion. The go will be to Wida. Wida up the middle, breaks 1 tackle, and he is still on his feet. Brought down inside the 5 to the 4, and he's got a Harry's you pull it. Bulldog first down.
Again, that's the little bit of a counter that the Bulldogs are running. I tell you, one of the things, here you see Kyle Pierce up inside. Good job by the left side of that Berwick line. Wida who was a very good back last year, proving that he can handle the ball. And the Bulldogs win for the touchdown.
Bulldogs in the Grand Central red zone. Wida, his second rushing touchdown of the night. Point after could put the Bulldogs up by 24.
One of the things that strikes me is I know Berwick last year averaged about 250 total yards a game, maybe a little more than that. Right now, they have completely dominated. They probably have 100 yards rushing. 100 yards or more total offense, and have completely dominated the game.
Marshman's kick is up and good. Wide 8 carries, 88 yards, 2 touchdowns, leading the Bulldogs to a 24-0 advantage.
Personal cancer care is close to home. The Cancer Treatment Center at Hazleton has been providing radiation therapies to cancer patients for 30 years. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with cancer and need radiation therapy and would like to learn more about our treatments, let our compassionate, experienced team of experts help you. No reason to travel out of town for same services that are only minutes away from your home. The Cancer Treatment Center at Hazleton, 1701 East Broad Street in Hazleton. Close to home.
We welcome you back to Crispin Field on the Berger Family Dealership scoreboard. Bulldogs in front, 24-0. Last scoring drive, 2 plays, 33 yards, 21 seconds. Wida had all 33 yards on 2 carries for his second rushing touchdown of the night. And don't look past the special teams. Another nice punt return of 21 yards by Evan Klinger helped set up the Bulldogs with the short field. Marshman to kick it away.
Now it becomes, as Marshman hits it pretty well, taken at about the 8-yard line.
Sutton's across the 25, and Sutton will be brought down near the 30-yard line. Making the tackle there for Berwick on special teams, Joseph Lynn, a sophomore. High school football on WYLN is brought to you by Berger Family Dealerships, Route 93, Hazel Township. Authorized dealer for Buick, Cadillac, GMC, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, and Mazda vehicles. Over 100 pre-owned Berger Family Dealership Advantage vehicles in stock at all times. Family owned since 1921. Berger Family Dealerships, drive with experience.
Marty, we're in a situation where the Cougars definitely have to show something offensively, pick up some yardage, move the football down 24 early.
Beckhorn off the corner, coming on a blitz. Wolk looking left, throws across the middle, and overthrows Van Blargen, incomplete. 8.6 seconds remaining, and one of the things you saw them do was they brought Otero out from the backfield, and he was out wide.
Yeah, Beckhorn came off the corner. Otero tried to get out. Wolk had to scramble to his left, made a throw back to his right. Could have been disastrous, to be honest with you, but fell incomplete. So Hazleton, Coach Brennan trying to find their rhythm here with 8 seconds left in the first quarter.
2nd and 10, ball marked at the Cougar 30. Now they'll come out of the eye. Kinney, the fullback, in front of Otero. This will be Otero, and he'll be brought down after a short gain. Looks like they'll give him about a yard. Clock will wind down. We're through a quarter from Crispin Field. What a great start to the Frank Sheptock era for the Berwick Bulldogs. Through a quarter, the Bulldogs lead it 24-0. You're watching the Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week on WYLN.
Camp out all month long at Berger Buick, GMC Cadillac, Route 93, Hazel Township.
Save up to 16% from stock on this 2016 Buick LaCrosse all-wheel drive, or this 2016 Buick Enclave all-wheel drive, or go camping in this 2016 GMC Sierra SLE Crew Cab.
at Berger Buick GMC Cadillac, Route 93, Hazel Township.
Berger Family Dealerships, drive with experience.
Nespoli Jewelers in Berwick offers the perfect mix of fine and fashion jewelry. Expand your Alex and Ani jewelry collection at Nespoli Jewelers or design a one-of-a-kind engagement ring. Nespoli Jewelers, mixing fine and fashion. 108 East Front Street in Berwick.
Family and friends come from all over the area to enjoy a fabulous dining experience at Graziano's Restaurant. You choose your dinner from a menu that is filled with all freshly made to order entrees. You'll never be disappointed and you'll leave satisfied.
We welcome you back to Crispin Field, week number 1 of the high school football season. Berwick out quickly, 24-0.
133 total yards, 98 rushing, 35 passing for the Bulldogs, 16 total yards for Hazleton. Average starting position, Hazleton their own 26, Berwick Hazleton's 34-yard line.
3rd and 9, quick drop, Wolk. He's got his pass complete. Good for a Harry's. You pull it. First down, the first of the season to Will Strassner.
I'll tell you what, excellent call by the Hazleton coaching staff. Tight end up the field very quickly. Pure release. Nobody touched him. He ran by 2 Berwick players.
And it's going to be brought back. I didn't see that flag. I apologize. An illegal shift called from the near sideline against Hazleton area.
Coach Brennan wants an explanation, and I would too. I mean, that's the first play really that got the ball up the field for the Cougars.
So it brings it back to the Cougar 26 and make it a 3rd down and 14.
As I said, it was a great release by the tight end. He arced it outside. Nobody really laid a hand on him. But the penalty will force Hazleton area into another bad 3rd down situation.
Play clock down to 2. They get it off. Wolk is going to tuck it and run. And Wolk will be brought down. Got a nice gain out across the 30 to the 32. A gain of 6. But leaves the Cougars short of the first down by 8 yards. Norse on the tackle.
Norse made a nice, and I'll tell you what, that's when you don't get the rush you want. Wolk's the type of quarterback, as Hazleton area looks to punt it away. Wolk can give you so many problems, Marty.
Cougars with a late player rushing onto the field in punt coverage. Play clock down to 1. They get it off, but another bouncing snap that Horton corrals and gets the punt away. It's a short kick, and it's going to take a Cougar roll. And for the first time tonight, the Bulldogs will start in their own territory, starting from their own 37. High school football on WYLN is brought to you by Jimmy's Quick Lunch, home of the famous Jimmy Dog, 123 East Broad Street in Hazleton. Stop and enjoy the best hot dog in Northeast PA. You can't come to Hazleton without stopping at Jimmy's Quick Lunch for the famous Jimmy Dog, now celebrating 79 years at the same location. DeLuca's Auto Repair on North Cedar Street. They offer repair and services for your vehicle at very affordable prices. You can depend on DeLuca's Auto Repair. Call 570-450-5685. Harry's Sporting Goods, 112 West Front Street in Berwick, carries a wide variety of brand name sneakers, Nike, Asics, Saucony, Balance, E6, and so much more, like football cleats, a full-service sports store. Special on backpacks now until Labor Day. Harry's Sporting Goods open 6 days a week. Give them a call at 570-752-5212. And on the first play of the second quarter for the Berwick offense, they get a Harry's You Pull It Bulldog first down.
Marshman to Matthew Champ. Right on the sideline. Short pass. Champ makes the first down after the catch. Picked up 4 or 5 yards for the first.
Marshman again to pass. A little short, incomplete. He was looking for force.
I'll tell you, the Berwick front did a nice job blocking. Good pickup on the linebacker coming. Gave Marshman some time to get the ball off. Just short.
This will be Wida. Cougars do a nice job of grabbing him, but Wida forces his way into Cougar territory for a gain of 4. Got a couple extra yards just on second effort there.
Much better job as Wida tries to get to the left side, but Hazleton area with a much better job wrapping him up after a 2 or 3 yard gain, forcing the Bulldogs into a 3rd and about 7.
Marshman being pressured, loses the football. It is corralled by Hazleton area as they get the first turnover of the ball game. Otero forced the fumble, making the recovery David McCarthy.
Berwick did a good job picking him up the last play, but that play Otero did a great job getting up the field. Marshman made a mistake carrying the ball one hand, trying to get outside instead of protecting it. Turnover.
High school football brought to you by Marchetti Plumbing. They've been serving the area for over 45 years. Go Cougars, and good luck to Coach Mike Brennan. For all your plumbing needs, call Marchetti Plumbing 570-455-7335. Wolk out of the gun. Got 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. Looking that way. Under pressure, Roberts brought him down for the sack.
Can't hold on to the football. I mean, if you have 3, 1001, 1002, 1003, need to get rid of the ball. Receivers have to come back to the quarterback. Roberts, off the edge rush, loss of 3 yards.
Approaching 9:10 left in the opening half. Coming up at the half, it'll be the Hazleton Auto Mall halftime show. We'll have halftime stats and highlights and a halftime entertainment. So stay tuned. Coming up at the half, the Hazleton Auto Mall halftime show. 2nd down and 14, play action. Wolk rolling right. He's going to tuck it and run. Eludes one tackler, and he gets inside the 40. Looks like they'll mark him at about the 39, a gain of 5.
Kyle Pierce gets outside to help on the tackle right here. As you see, Pierce brought down initially by the cornerback, then Pierce helped out.
Back to the cage, into the Berwick lineup on defense. Number 87.
3rd and 9 from the 39. Wolk swings it out to Otero. Klinger comes up and brings him down for a loss of 5.
There are 2 things about that play, Marty. Number 1, Otero ran a flat route, which put him closer to Klinger. If he bows it a little bit, he might have a better chance of trying to get away from Klinger. The other part is the ball was thrown a little high. He had to wait for it. Klinger broke on the ball. Nice defensive play. So even with the turnover,
Horton to punt it away. Angles the kick. And it looks like it'll roll to a stop at the Berwick 27. They'll take over 7:20 left in the half, leading 24-0. High school football on WYLN is brought to you in part by the Small Car Center, located at 37 North Pine Street in Hazleton. For good, honest, professional work, call the Small Car Center, 570-459-1865. Stop by the 22nd Street Auto Center for all your automobile needs and check out our quality used cars. And by Luzerne Tire Company, quality service since 1959. They offer full automotive service, PA safety emissions, and motorcycle inspections, and brand name tires. Call for your appointment today at Luzerne Tire Company, 570-455-6397. This will be Wida trying to get to the outside and cuts it back. Hazleton area stacked him up very nicely defensively, forced him back to the middle. Wida did all he could to gain about 4 on the play.
One of the marks of a good back. When he looks like he's going to lose yardage, he's able to pick up yardage. And Wida just proved that. Picks up about 4.
Force in motion. Give to Wida right up the middle. Wida's got a first down and more, and he slips down near the 50-yard line. They'll mark him at the Bulldog 49. Good for a Harry's. You pull it. Bulldog first down.
I'll tell you what, Marty, that play looks like a draw counter almost. It takes a little bit of a hesitation in the backfield, and he cuts it back. Been very effective so far for the Bulldogs. Same play. Wida picks up about 4. One of the things Berwick, I think, needs to work on is a snap from the center to quarterback. All of them have been above the shoulder. You have to be able to make that snap a little tighter and a little cleaner.
Second down and 7 from the Cougar 48. This time it's Klinger in the backfield, and Klinger gets inside the 45 to the 44 for a gain of 4. And it's going to set up a third down and about 3. Of the Berger Family Dealership scoreboard. Approaching 5:40 left in the opening half. Bulldogs in front 24-0.
Hazleton defensively doing a better job here in this series getting to the football.
Klinger again does a nice job of staying on his feet. Wills his way inside the 40 to the 39. Good for another Harry's. You pull it. Berwick first down.
Hard running by Klinger. Good blocking by that right side. Pierce and Roberts.
First and 10 for Berwick at 39.
Klinger again. Klinger inside the 30. Should be enough for another. Harry's, you pull it. I speak too soon. It's going to be second and inches.
I asked Frank about the scrimmage last week. He said the offensive line played fairly well last week, and looks like they've picked up where they left off as Wida takes a huge hole to the left side.
And Wida is going to be brought down inside the 10. This time it's a Harry's. You pull it. Berwick first down, first and goal.
Bulldogs, here you see it, left side. Max McCabe with a good block on the corner. Occupied the defender. Wida takes it through.
In the Grand Central red zone on first and goal, Wida for the third time tonight reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Berwick.
I'll tell you, the Bulldogs proved that they can throw it a little bit, but they can pound it on the ground. As the offensive line, as I said earlier, excellent job. Wida, Klinger running hard. Marshman running the offense, and the Bulldogs looking at a 30-point lead right now.
Klinger to hold for Ken Marshman. Hold is down, kick is up, and it is good. 4:37 left in the opening half. Bulldogs out in front, 31-0.
Your body was made to move, fluidly and with ease. If the need for joint replacement surgery has stopped you in your tracks, it's time for a plan that can put you back in motion faster. The area's most experienced surgeons, the region's only nationally ranked program. That's Orthopedics in Action at Lehigh Valley Health Network.
Merola's Garage is where you want to go when you need repairs on your car, truck, loaders, tractor, trailers, and anything that has wheels. If it has wheels, Salvador and his crew can fix it for you. Call 454-4131.
Northeast Gold and Silver inside the Churchill Mall is paying cash for gold and silver. Top dollar for silver coins. National currency. Fine and sterling flatware. Stop in or call them at 570-497-4177.
We welcome you back to Crispin Field. 4:37 left in the opening half. Great start to the Frank Sheptock era here at Berwick High School, leading 31-0. And it's real simple, Joe. To this point, the Bulldogs took advantage of the opportunities that they had. They had short fields, and they scored on all of them.
Exactly right. Defensively, the defensive front has given Berwick a chance for those short field opportunities, and the Bulldogs have taken advantage.
Nice effort by Sutton, to get the Cougars out near their own 30-yard line to start, and they've got to try to find something to go offensively here. As you mentioned, this Berwick defense has disrupted a lot of things for Hazleton area tonight, and you're not going to get it back all in one shot. So try to get one drive together if you're Hazleton area before the half. See about getting to the locker room and stabilize things.
Exactly right. One of the things you look at is trying to, obviously, Otero trying to get him up the field, but Wolk maybe on the corner cause the Berwick defense some problems. I think that's what you have to look at.
They faked the toss to Otero, gave it to Kinney. Roberts was not fooled as Kinney gains about a yard to the 30.
Yeah, tried to run it back to Roberts' side, hoping maybe he was up the field looking at Otero. But Kyle Roberts, solid player, steps inside.
Get a look at Frank Sheptock, longtime assistant to the man to my left, Mr. DeMelfi.
Did a great job for me. Took an opportunity and ran with it, and that's what you hope for when you hire young coaches.
And delay of the game, I believe, is going to be called. The play clock is down to 0. So it'll be a 2nd down and 14 for the Cougars. Ball being marked back to their 25.
That surprises me a little bit. Wolk, with a lot of experience from last year, don't know whether he was confused about the call. But again, not a penalty after you pick up a couple of yards is just not a good thing and forces them into a 2nd and long.
Wolk out to Van Blargen, trying to get to the open field. He eluded one tackler, and Groshek will bring him down, but not before Van Blargen gets a gain of about 7 to the 32.
Groshek with a nice tackle. One of the things that impressed me with the Bulldogs, that they move to the ball pretty well. They run well. Besides the 2 or 3 interior people, all the rest of them are pretty quick. They get up the field. Not saying the inside people aren't quick, but the edges can run to the ball. That's something you need when you have a ball on the perimeter.
3rd down and 7 from the Cougar 32. Play action. Wolk rolls right. Being pressured. He'll be sacked again. And I believe that was Kyle Roberts again.
Going to take another look at this, hopefully. Roberts, you're right. Again up the field. Going to have to double up on him in the corner, Marty. I mean, you just can't afford to let him get that far up the field, completely destroying any offensive hope you had as the Cougars look to punt it away.
Horton gets away a short kick that takes a Cougar roll to the Berwick 47. That's where the Bulldogs will start. They'll have 3 timeouts, 2:01 left in the opening half. High school football on WYLN is brought to you by Tri-County Business Machines, downtown Hazleton, your source for office and school supplies, copier sales and service. Tri-County Business Machines, locally owned and operated. Save big with the MetroCast Double Play. For a limited time, get both MetroCast Video and MetroCast high-speed internet for as low as $99.95 per month for 6 months. MetroCast. Marshman pass to Cecchini, complete, breaks one tackle. Cecchini tries to elude Otero, but Otero will bring him down inside the 45 to about the 41. Good for a Harry's, you pull it. Bulldog first down.
Cecchini made the catch at about 5 yards. He picks up the first by adding another 6 with a good move outside. When you make that kind of tackle on the corner, Marty, you have to be sure, wrap your arms.
1st and 10, Marshman to pass. Looking down the field, he's got force. And it is caught complete inside the 15 for another Harry's, you pull it. Bulldog first down.
Force with an excellent catch. Marshman got it up in the air, led him just enough. Force was able to make that catch. Bulldogs looking to add more to the 31-point lead.
And they're in the Grand Central red zone again, and this is Klinger. Klinger is going to be brought down after a short gain, making the tackle Caleb Yonner.
Yonner with a good tackle on the corner for the Cougars. Clock continues to run. Coach Sheptock signaling on the sideline as we have 13 left on the play clock.
Klinger right up the middle, breaks one tackle. Klinger to the end zone, touchdown Berwick.
I'll tell you what, you have to credit. There's motion there, a lot of motion, a lot of movement. Offensive line doing a great job. Klinger almost untouched in the end zone. Here you see it. Saw the motion. Then Klinger, and as I said, that offensive line strong off the ball.
Klinger, who scored his first touchdown of the season, will now hold for Ken Marshman. Marshman hits the goal post, no good. 54.3 seconds left in the half. It's 37-0 Bulldogs.
Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years.
Weatherwood is a privately owned 200-bed nursing and rehabilitation center in the quiet town of Weatherly, Pennsylvania. The rehab center offers the highest level of personalized care for your therapy experience. Whispering Meadows is a 50-bed secure dementia unit in our facility. Weatherwood also offers Medicare-certified home health care services within the community, including therapies, skilled nursing, and certified nursing assistance. Whether you need short-term, long-term, or respite stay, call or stop by for a tour. 570-427-8683.
Another quick scoring drive for the Bulldogs. 4 plays, 53 yards, a minute 7 off the clock. Klinger with a 16-yard touchdown run. Point after, no good. And the Bulldogs leading 37-0 as Marshman again to kick it away. And it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. That's where the Cougars will start 1st and 10 out at the 20-yard line.
One of the things you look at, Marty, if you're Coach Brennan, is first game of the season. I mean, obviously you're behind by 37 points. You know, what do you tell your team at halftime? You have to keep working at it because we're going to look at the film. We're going to talk about where we need to get better, and we're going to get better. And that's the emphasis you have to place. The Bulldogs have, there's no doubt, completely dominated this first half.
Otero finds some running room really for the first time tonight as he gets tripped up across the 30 to the 31. Good for a Harry's, you pull it, Cougar first down. Clock will stop to move the chains at 48.1 seconds left.
A great job by the other back blocking Roberts. Otero finds that little bit of a gap on the left side.
And to show you how much Berwick has dominated, the first down of the night for the Cougars. And again, Otero. Otero just bowling his way to the right side as he gets out to about the 39 for a gain of about 7.
One of the things you look at is say, okay, we're down by 37. And obviously, we don't want them to have the football. So you put a challenge to your football team and your offensive line. You got to move the football. Let's keep it on the ground so they don't have a lot of opportunity.
And it looks like Coach Brennan has signaled to his team they're heading to the locker room. Try to get things regrouped here for Hazleton area Crispin Field. On the other sideline, the start of the Frank Sheptock era could not go any better, as the Bulldogs will take a 37-0 lead into the halftime locker room. On the Berger Family Dealership scoreboard, Berwick 37, Hazleton area nothing. The Hazleton Auto Mall halftime show is up next.
Introducing the all-new Hazleton Hyundai, where you are set for life. Where every new vehicle purchased includes a lifetime warranty, lifetime oil and filter changes, lifetime car washes, lifetime loaner vehicles, and lifetime state inspections. Plus, check out this amazing deal on a 2017 Hyundai Elantra SE. Right now for only $109 per month with $0 down. Hazleton Hyundai, where you are set for life.
Chura's Auto Sales has a great line of cars and trucks. Every vehicle is serviced, reconditioned, and inspected. Chura's Auto Sales offers you experience, quality, and service. Stop in today, North Broad Street and Susquehanna, West Hazleton.
John's Family Restaurant in the Churchill Mall. Enjoy a full menu with all homemade food. From breakfast, soups, sandwiches, entrees, and desserts. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner specials. The food is great, the price is right. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Sunday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m.
We welcome you to the Hazleton Auto Mall halftime show. At the half, the Berwick Bulldogs in week number 1 leading Hazleton area by a score of 37-0. Very simply, Berwick taking advantage of opportunities presented to themselves by their defense. 4 first quarter possessions starting in Cougar territory, all 4 possessions ending in Berwick Bulldogs scores. At that point, led 24-0 at the end of a quarter. Now leading at the half by a score of 37-0. Now, as the Hazleton Area High School Marching Band gets set up on the field, we'll be getting set for their halftime performance. But for their football team, Joe, some regrouping to do in that halftime locker room for Coach Brennan. And as we said, they just need to try to get something positive going, and I would think that would just be, let's just get one drive here.
Well, there's a couple of things. Number one, if you look at the positives, the short field Berwick was allowed. The defense, Berwick's defense played well, but the short field helped in all 4 of those first scores. Offensive line for Berwick playing well. I think you have to, if you're Coach Brennan, again, we talk about getting Otero the ball. The offensive line needs to pick it up for the Cougars. Move the football a little bit. Use the clock. Berwick's been effective offensively, but Hazleton has allowed them with short fields to be more effective.
And, you'll read a lot about Lenny White and the amount of yardage he has so far tonight on the ground and the 3 rushing touchdowns. I thought Evan Klinger's played a great all-around game. He has a rushing touchdown, made some nice plays defensively, had a couple of big punt returns that helped set up the Bulldogs in Cougar territory in that opening quarter. But I think it's been that Bulldog defense that has set everything up tonight for Berwick on all aspects of their game.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. Defense, not just the defensive line, backers, defensive backs have all played well. Berwick moves well to the football. Their defense is really, tonight, dominating. and the offense has picked up on that. Marshman directing the attack, Wider running well in the line blocking. It's very, very, very good sign for the Bulldogs. Obviously, first game up by 37, and I'm sure Coach Sheptock talking to his players saying, don't be satisfied with yourself, because you come back out in the second half with that type of attitude, an opponent can crank things up, and I'm sure Coach Brennan is talking about doing that.
And I know you mentioned Coach Sheptock, a defensive standout in his own part, but very impressed for an opening night how well this Berwick defense has tackled tonight.
Yeah, and again, that I said earlier when we talked about it, doesn't surprise me because Coach Sheptock is a stickler for detail. I can tell you that he has spent a lot of time coaching those type of details, and it shows up.
And as part of the Hazleton Auto Mall halftime show, the halftime entertainment provided by the Hazleton area Marching Cougars, let's head down to the field. We thank the Hazleton area Marching Cougars for their halftime entertainment as part of the Hazleton Auto Mall halftime show. We're going to take a break. Halftime stats are up next as the Bulldogs lead it 37-0.
Introducing the all-new Hazleton Kia, where you are set for life. Where every new vehicle purchased includes a lifetime warranty, lifetime oil and filter changes, lifetime car washes, lifetime loaner vehicles, and lifetime state inspections. Plus, check out this amazing deal on a 2016 Kia Optima. Right now with zero down for only $159 per month, or buy it for $18,998. Hazleton Kia, where you are set for life.
Don't make the big box mistake. Shop local and save at Grand Central in Hazleton. Get better prices than the big box store on our huge selection of furniture, mattresses, appliances, and electronics at Grand Central in Hazleton and at the Laurel Mall.
The mission today is to seek out the target and capture it. Expect it to be hot. This place has got everything. SP time now.
Eyes on, 200 meters to the west.
I got it! Go, go, go! Good afternoon, ma'am. How much is this alternator?
Express Care. Walk in and you walk into the region's most trusted health network.
Camp out all month long at Berger, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Route 93, Hazel Township.
Hey, $6,000 off Cherokee Limited, or lease a Latitude for only $259 a month. Or lease a Renegade for only $189. Lease this $50,000 Ram for only $339 a month.
It's the summer clearance event at Berger, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Route 93, Hazel Township.
Burger Family Dealerships, drive with experience.
We welcome you back to the Hazleton Auto Mall halftime show. At the half, the Bulldogs of Berwick leading Hazleton area by a score of 37-0, and we are moments away from getting a look at the halftime stats compiled by our very own Jim Burns. There they are.
The scoreboard, let's look at the first downs. 13 for the Bulldogs, 1 for the Cougars, 181 rushing yards for the Bulldogs, 21 rushing yards for Hazleton. 80 yards passing, 261 total for the Bulldogs, 39 total yards for Hazleton area. 1 turnover, and Hazleton could not capitalize on that. And Marty, complete domination, as we talked about. The 260, I think, is probably a little better than what the Bulldogs did for a whole game last year. So the offense obviously clicking.
And those were the halftime stats compiled by our very own Jim Burns. And half dominated by the Berwick Bulldogs, and we'll get to see visual evidence of that. First offensive possession of the season for Berwick. They'd go 4 plays, 41 yards, and here Jaron Marshman and finds Cecchini wide open in the end zone from 13 yards out. That was after a 27-yard punt return by Klinger, 7-0 Bulldogs. Their second possession of the night started from the Cougar 23, the first play. Lenny Wide would go 23 yards out. 7:14 left in the opening quarter. It was 14-0 Cougars. But here on second and goal, after on their third possession, Hunter Van Blargen with a nice knockaway on a pass into the end zone. They were looking for Norris, settled for a field goal, but then the Bulldogs would come back on their fourth possession from 6 yards out. Wyda made it 24-0 Berwick. Move on to the second quarter, and here some Hazleton area defensive pressure there. Adrian Otero forcing the fumble. McCarthy with the recovery, but the Cougars would not score, and the Bulldogs would come back, go 8 plays, 72 yards, and 243. Wyda, his third rushing touchdown of the night, made it 31-0, and then right before the half, with 54 seconds left, capping a 53-yard, 4-play drive, Klinger from 16 yards out, point after hit the goalpost, It was no good, and that is where we stand at the half. 37-0 Berwick. You've been watching the Hazleton Auto Mall halftime show. We thank you for that. Coming up, third quarter action from Crispin Field.
Introducing the all-new Hazleton Hyundai, where you are set for life. Where every new vehicle purchased includes a lifetime warranty, lifetime oil and filter changes, lifetime car washes, lifetime loaner vehicles, and lifetime state inspections. Plus, check out this amazing deal on a 2017 Hyundai Elantra SE. Right now for only $109 per month with $0 down. Hazleton Hyundai, where you are set for life.
Tired of internet and TV providers that force you to sign a contract, then saddle you with second-rate service? Service Electric Cablevision's advanced fiber network delivers faster internet, clearer cable channels, and a better home phone service with no long-term contracts. It's all backed by an exceptional team of local service professionals. No contracts, no nonsense, just great service. Call or visit secv.com to learn more.
Tri-County Business Machines has been serving the Hazleton area with office supplies and furniture for over 35 years. We are your local Kyocera dealer for all your digital Kyocera copiers, printers, and faxes. For exceptional reliability, sales, and service, the call to make is to Tri-County Business Machines. Tri-County Business Machines, keeping your office up to speed. Tri-County Business Machines, located at 117 East Broad Street, Hazleton. Phone 459-0754, or visit us on the web at tricountybm.com.
That's right, you're just minutes away from a great deal on a new car, truck, or SUV from Barber Ford. Two great locations, Exeter and Hazleton. The best deals on America's #1 brand are just 25 minutes from Frackville, 26 minutes from Jim Thorpe, 28 minutes from Tamaqua, 20 minutes from Shavertown, and 28 minutes from Clark Summit. Barber Ford in Exeter and Hazleton. Online at barberautogroup.com, where nobody but nobody sells for less.
We welcome you back to Crispin Field, getting set for third quarter action. The Bulldogs leading Hazleton area 37-0 on the Berger Family Dealership scoreboard. Go over some individual stats for Hazleton area. Adrian Otero, 8 carries, only 18 yards. Sparky Wolkes, 5 of 17 passing for 18 yards. 2 of those to Hunter Van Blargen for 16 yards. For Berwick, Lenny Wida, 14 carries, 146 yards, 3 touchdowns. Evan Klinger, 5 carries, 38 yards and a touchdown. Quarterback Jared Marshman, very efficient tonight, 5 of 8, 80 yards and a touchdown. Catching the football, Anthony Cicini, 3 catches, 47 yards, a touchdown. And Mike Force, 1 catch, 22 yards. And a deceiving stat, time of possession, Joe, Hazleton area's had it 15 minutes, 25 seconds. Berwick only 8:35. But the Bulldogs with the short field and the hurry-up offense, leading at 37-0.
I think one of the things you look for in your quarterback, obviously depends on blocking up front, is for them to be efficient, to run the offense. I think Marshman has done a good job with that. I don't think Walk has had the opportunity to do a good job because of the pressure put on him by the defensive front. Another factor here, Marty, we're in the 37-0. That means we're in the rule where the clock will run except for a timeout or an injury. So an incompleted pass will not stop the clock. So the mercy rule kicks in.
And kicking away for Hazleton area in the white, going from left to right on your screen, will be number 14, Will Barrientos, the sophomore. And Barrientos with the short kick taken at the 18. And coming out to about the 35-yard line is where the Bulldogs will start the second half. That return was Cecchini. High school football on WYLN is brought to you in part by the Small Car Center located at 37 North Pine Street in Hazleton. For good, honest, professional work, call the Small Car Center, 570-459-1865. Stop by the 22nd Street Auto Center for all your automobile needs and check out our quality used cars. That's the 22nd Street Auto Center.
Let's see if the Bulldogs go a little more to the rushing game. 37.
And it's Wida. Wida out across the 40 to about the 41, a gain of 6.
What impresses me about Wida, he's able, not real tall, very quick. He's able to get behind those offensive linemen. Defense have a tough time finding him. And he picks up yardage by being able to bounce outside. Picked up about 7 there.
Wida bounces off a couple of tacklers, leans forward. He's very close. It'll depend on the spot. And he appears to have a Harry's You Pull It. Berwick first down.
Yeah, right at the 45, and there was a good example. We saw him run sideways for a couple of yards and then poke it up the field to pick up the first.
Wida again, right up the middle, got a great burst and gains about 9 into Cougar territory to the 46.
Again, that play, draw counter type play, it takes a second or two for him. He takes 2 steps to the left. Marshman delivers the ball. Wida's up the field, offensive line, again, doing an excellent job. Berwick probably nearing 300 yards of total offense at this point.
We're told 280 as Caleb Yonner comes up and drops Wida for no gain.
Yonner has made some very nice plays for the Cougars, forcing a 3rd down here, 3rd and about 1.
Want to remind you, coming up at the end of tonight's game, Joe and I will select a Fairway Motors player of the game. 3rd and 1 for the Bulldogs from the Cougar 46. This is force in motion to the bottom of your screen. Marshman keeps, eludes 1 tackle. Marshman gets stood up, but he may have leaned forward enough to pick up a Harry's You Pull It. Bulldog first down.
I think he is going to make the first, but one of the things on that play, Marshman has to be a little more aggressive. He's sort of, I believe it's the first, but he sort of bounced around in there. He needs to get to the line of scrimmage and get the ball up the field. In fact, the Cougars played that play fairly well, but couldn't quite, with short yardage, couldn't quite make the stop.
Wida again up the middle. Wida another big gain of almost 9 again on first down.
Very impressed with the running game for the Bulldogs at this point. During the course of preseason, a lot of talk about the offensive line, how will they perform. They've done an excellent job tonight.
Marshman rolling right, under pressure, throws, complete to force. I apologize, that was to Matthew Champ, who gets a Harry's You Pull It. Bulldog first down inside the 30 to the 28.
Same thing, Marty. The ball is thrown. You have to close as a defensive back. You cannot allow that much room for a receiver. Champ ran an out pattern. Marshman delivered off the roll. First down for the Bulldogs.
This is Wida again up the middle. And Otero will bring him down, but not before he picks up almost 9. Looks like they'll give him 8 on the first down run to the 21.
Tell you what kind of job the offensive line is doing for the Bulldogs. After you run that play a certain amount of times, the defense usually is able to make some adjustment. Hazleton area still allowing a lot of yardage on that play due to the blocking up front by Berwick.
Now this is Klinger, who has checked into the ball game and is brought down by Horton, but not before he picks up another. Harry's, you pull it, first down.
Horton did a nice job on the tackle. But as you mentioned, Marty, first down for the Bulldogs.
And the Bulldogs again in the Grand Central red zone. 1st and 10 from the Cougar 18. Marshman to Force. Force to the middle. He's going to get to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
I'll tell you what, play was well designed. They ran that screen to the wide receiver. The 2 inside receivers, here you're going to see it. They come out to block. Excellent job blocking. McLaughlin came out. Austin McLaughlin came out, screened the defender. Force does the rest, takes it to the end zone.
Ken Marshman on again for the point after. Kick is up, and it is good. 6.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Bulldogs in front, 44-0.
When you're looking for a new or used car, truck, or SUV, Lehighton Kia is the place to go. They showcase a variety of vehicles, like the totally transformed Soul and the eye-catching Cadenza, the Kia Optima, not your average midsize sedan, the Forte lineup, including the Coupe and popular 5-door, the Sorento and Sportage, with a bold array of features. Ask about specials and incentives, and you can't beat the 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Lehighton Kia, 21 Blakesley Boulevard, Lehighton. Call them at 610-377-1570. Affordable dumpsters specializing in estate cleanups, general cleanups, hauling, foreclosure cleanups, waste removal, demolition, as well as fire, water, and mold damage. We supply containers of all sizes. Call 570-427-4976.
When you need used auto parts, call Bonner Enterprises. They also take your junk cars and trucks, offering competitive prices. And you must have the title. Bonner Enterprises also delivers anti-skid, shale, and clay. Located at 410 Maplewood Drive in the Humboldt Industrial Park. Call them at 570-384-3291.
We welcome you back to Crispin Field. Great start for the Frank Sheptock era of Berwick High School football. Leading it here in the third quarter on the Berger Family Dealership scoreboard by a score of 44-0. That last scoring drive, 10 plays, 65 yards, 5.5 minutes off the clock. Force, 17-yard reception from Marshman. Kick after was good. Horton takes the kickoff from his 5. He's across the 20. Horton eludes one tackler, and he's going to be brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
Thomas Smith.
High school football is brought to you by Luzerne Tire Company. Quality service since 1959, offers full automotive service, PA safety emissions, and motorcycle inspection and brand name tires. Call for your appointment today, 570-455-6397. And by Marchetti Plumbing. They've been serving the area for over 45 years. Go Cougars, and good luck to Coach Mike Brennan. For all your plumbing needs, call Marchetti Plumbing, 570-455-7335. And by DeLuca's Auto Repair on North Cedar Street, offers repair and service for your vehicle at a very affordable price. You can depend on DeLuca's Auto Repair. Call 570-450-5685.
Kyle Pierce closing very quickly for that tackle after about a 2-yard gain. What impresses me about Berwick's special teams, a lot of youngsters making an impact, whether it be blocking or tackling.
Second down and 9 from the Cougar 26. And as we talked about, to this point, Hazleton area just needs something positive to happen, even if it's just one scoring drive before the end of this ball game to get them set for week number 2.
Yeah, we talked about that, and you mentioned that you think they just got hit in the mouth and really it stunned them. And I think you're right. After the third score, they were a little set back on their heels.
Wilkes pass out to Smith, read nicely by the Bulldogs, who bring him down for no gain. Looks like leading the charge, I believe, was Alex Parks.
Parks Sassini over there very quickly. Again, ball was in the air a little while and gave the secondary and the defense time to react.
Jimmy's Quick Lunch, home of the famous Jimmy Dog, 123 East Broad Street in Hazleton. Stop in and enjoy the best hot dog in Northeast PA. You can't come to Hazleton without stopping at Jimmy's Quick Lunch for the famous Jimmy Dog, now celebrating 79 years at the same location. 3rd down and 8 for the Cougars. Wolk rolls right, looks, pumps, and throws behind his receiver. A little miscommunication there between him and Jacob Hunsinger. That'll bring up 4th down.
Hunsinger looked like he wanted to run the out and then turned it up. Wolk made the throw. They doubled team the corner that time, which is something I thought they should have been doing all game. That time Wolk just misread the route, or Hunsinger changed the route. We're down to 3:40. And the Cougars will punt it away.
Backcourt and Klinger are back deep, but I thought I saw Coach Sheptock motion to both of those players to call for the fair catches. Barry Entos gets off a short kick that'll take a Cougar roll, but be downed at the 46-yard line of Hazleton area. That's where the Bulldogs will start. 3:17 left in the third. Harry's Sporting Goods, 112 West Front Street in Berwick, carries a wide variety of brand name sneakers. Nike, Asics, Saucony, Balance, E6, and so much more. Like football cleats, a full-service sports store. Special on backpacks now until Labor Day. Harry's Sporting Goods open 6 days a week at 112 West Front Street in Berwick. Their number, 570-752-5212. And some substitutions now for Coach Sheptock, as coming into play quarterback will be Alexander Force, a sophomore. And he's going to give on the carry to Owen Shoemaker. And Shoemaker is inside the 35 to the 34. He has a Harry's You Pull It. Bulldog first down.
I'll tell you what, the next group in doesn't show any signs of letting up as they produced big yardage on that first play.
Shoemaker tries to bounce it to the right side. Shoemaker is going to be brought down inside the 25 to the 24, and that appears to be enough again for a Harry's You Pull It. Berwick first down.
I'll tell you what, the play where you step 1 or 2 steps away and then go back, that means your backside is overreacting. Your defensive end of that side is not closing. And that causes a gap as we have a timeout.
Timeout Berwick. They lead it 44-0.
Coach Sheptock talking to one of the assistants.
While we have a moment, we'd like to remind you that week number 2 next Friday night, the Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week will take us to Harmon Geist Stadium for the Hazleton area Cougars home opener as they'll play host to the Wyoming Valley West Spartans. We'll be on the air next Friday night live at 7 for the Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week, Wyoming Valley West at Hazleton area next Friday night live at 7 o'clock here on WYLN. And a special note, I was told, it's also going to be statewide on PCN.
One of the things you can count on is that Hazleton area under Coach Brennan will definitely come back. I talked to him before the ball game. We talked about game number 1. Obviously, you want to win it. It's important to do that. That's why they keep score. But it's not the end of your season. You have 9 more ball games.
So after the Bulldog timeout, Force out of the gun. Once again, gives to Shoemaker. And Shoemaker will be brought down for no gain on the play.
Defensively, Hazleton that time did a nice job getting up the field as the Bulldogs looking to Coach Sheptock on the sideline.
Credit Dakota Egner with the tackle.
One of the things about these, as I mentioned before, the spread type offense, Coach now trying to slow things down. Game clock at 6. I'm sorry, game clock 1:08. But
Marola brings down Shoemaker for a loss.
One of the things it does, Marty, is sort of throws you off kilter. You're going, you're trying to run 2 or 3 plays every minute, less than a minute, and all of a sudden you want to slow it down, use the clock. As game clock now 45.
During the whole offseason, you've been preaching tempo, 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 and now all of a sudden, all right, hit the brakes.
Exactly right. And there's a couple reasons for that. Obviously, you're up by 44. You're not out there to embarrass anybody. You're out there to play the game.
Shoemaker will go up the middle, be brought down at about the 21. Gained about 5 on the play. It'll bring up 4th down. Bulldogs will not have to run another play here in this third quarter. And it looks like that's what Coach Sheptock will indicate to his offense. Let's head to the other end of the field. So as the clock winds to 0 here at Crispin Field, the score, Berwick 44, Hazleton area nothing. You're watching the Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week on WILN.
Camp out all month long at Berger Mazda, Route 93, Hazel Township.
Check out this 2016 Mazda 6i Sport 0-to-drive lease, only $259 a month. Or this 2016 CX-3 Sport all-wheel drive 0-to-drive lease, $259 a month. Or 2016 CX-5 Sport, it's all-wheel drive 0-to-drive lease, $279 a month.
At Berger Mazda, Route 93, Hazel Township.
Berger Family Dealerships, drive with experience.
Connect's Janitorial Service, carpet cleaning, tile, linoleum, hardwood floor refinishing. Also, office and home cleaning for dependable service. Call Connect's Janitorial Service, 570-788-2748.
BLB Auto Sales is a division of Barbush Automotive. One call does it all. Looking for a good pre-owned car or truck? BLB Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, inspected vehicles. If you need repairs on your vehicle, then Barbush Automotive can handle any job at affordable prices. Located at 1299 State Route 940, Hazel Township, one call does it all. 570-454-7571.
We welcome you back to Crispin Field, start of the fourth quarter. Bulldogs in front 44-0 to start the Frank Sheptock era here at Berwick High School. They have a 4th down, about 7 yards to go. This will be Shoemaker to the right side. Cougar defense will stop him and hold him on downs as the Cougars get it back. Ball be marked at about their own 25-yard line. I'd like to thank the Third Base Luncheonette for supplying our crew meals they have for so many seasons, located just off of 9th Street in Hazleton. Thank you to the Third Base Luncheonette.
Tried to bounce it outside, nothing there. Younger players in the ball game. We talk about this all the time. The experience is invaluable for the younger players to be able to get on the field in the third and fourth quarter. And that has happened tonight as the Bulldogs, as I had mentioned, completely dominant both sides of the ball.
The handoff is to Otero. Otero across the 30. Finds some running room, and Otero is going to be brought down after a gain of about 25. Out near midfield, good for a Cougar. Harry's you pull it first down.
Otero's able to get to the corner there Good blocking by that offensive line on the right side. And Otero is dangerous when he gets to that open field. Good size. He has good speed. Picks up the first down.
Coming up at the end of tonight's game, Joe and I will select a Fairway Motors player of the game. 1st and 10, Cougars from their own 49. Fake to Otero, give to Kinney, but the Bulldogs read it well and brought him down for a loss on the play. Making that tackle for the Bulldogs was Jimmy LeGrand, a junior.
LeGrand did an excellent job up the field, wrapped his arms and brought the ball carrier down. Looking at a 2nd and about 11 for the Cougars.
High school football brought to you in part by the Small Car Center located at 37 North Pine Street in Hazleton. For good, honest, professional work, call the Small Car Center, 570-459-1865. Marchetti Plumbing has been serving the area for over 45 years. Go Cougars, and good luck to Coach Mike Brennan. For all your plumbing needs, call Marchetti Plumbing, 570-455-7335. Otero will get the carry, bounce it to the outside, and he's going to be brought down in Bulldog territory to the 48, a gain of about 4 on the play.
Nice job by the defensive front right side, forced Otero to try to take it back the other way. Picked up a couple. Looking at a 3rd and about 8.
Stop by the 22nd Street Auto Center for all your automobile needs and check out our quality used cars, the 22nd Street Auto Center. Third down and 7 from the Bulldog 48. 9 minutes and counting left on the Berger Family Dealership scoreboard. Great start for Frank Sheptock in his opening game as Berwick head coach. Wolk to pass, looking left, he's under pressure, and he is going to be sacked. Austin DeWald on the sack, forcing a 4th and long.
DeWald, the junior, excellent job. Again, a little bit too low, 1,003, 1,000. DeWald is up the field. Have to make the throw a little quicker. 4th down and about 13 for the Cougars.
Barrientos on to punt it away for Hazleton area. Got pressured and got it off nicely. It's going to take a Cougar roll inside the Bulldog 20 and come down at the 14. That's where Berwick takes over with 7:48 left in the 4th. Jimmy's Quick Lunch, home of the famous Jimmy Dog, 123 East Broad Street in Hazleton. Stop and enjoy the best hot dog in Northeast PA. You can't come to Hazleton without stopping at Jimmy's Quick Lunch for the famous Jimmy Dog, now celebrating 79 years at the same location. Lucerne Tire Company, quality service since 1959, offers full automotive service, PA safety emissions and motorcycle inspection, and brand name tires. Call for your appointment today, 570-455-6397. DeLuca's Auto Repair on North Cedar Street offers repair and services for your vehicle at very affordable prices. You can depend on DeLuca's Auto Repair. Call 570-450-5685. Mentioned the Cougars will be our Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week next week against Wyoming Valley West. The Bulldogs head on the road for the first time next week, heading to Dallas to take on former Kings head coach Rich Minello. No truth to the rumor, Joe, that Tom Layton's going to show up with an old Mayor's Cup trophy for the winner of that game.
One of the things that's interesting is a schedule change. Hazleton usually at the end of the season, first game. Dallas also usually later in the season, second game. So the Bulldogs going to be interesting. See how they fare when they travel to Dallas next week.
Austin Andruzzi brought down Thomas Smith out near the 20-yard line. It's going to leave the Bulldogs with a third down and about 5. Harry's Sporting Goods, 112 West Front Street in Berwick, carries a wide variety of brand name sneakers: Nike, Asics, Saucony, Balance, E6, and so much more, like football cleats. A full-service sports store. Special on backpacks now until Labor Day. Harry's Sporting Goods, open 6 days a week. Give them a call, 570-752-5212. And that pass...
Force made a nice throw. Defender did a good job hanging with the receiver and bothered the receiver just enough to get a hand in there. So the Bulldogs looking at 4th down as clock continues to run below 5:50. Bulldogs look like they're going to walk away from a pretty decent win for a first ball game. Coach Brennan, I'm sure, will have the Cougars working hard this coming week, get them ready for the Spartans of Wyoming Valley West.
Jacob Betts to punt it away. Number 15, Nolan Schneider, back deep for the Cougars. Berwick takes a timeout, leading 44-0.
We're here. We're here to fight this. We're here with board-certified oncologists. We're here with access to genetic counseling, clinical trials, and the most advanced treatment options. We're here with the strength of the region's leading health network. And now we're here in Hazleton, the new LVHN Cancer Center. We're here for you.
Get shielded for $29.95 a month with the Sloman Shield. Free security system and installation. Your free installation includes 1 touch-tone keypad, backup battery, 3 door contacts, 1 motion detector, lawn sign, window decals, 1-year maintenance plan. Stour Propane customers receive a $50 credit when you sign up for the Sloman Shield. Get protected today. Call Mikey Stour at 570-233-5185 for more information.
We welcome you back to Crispin Field, week number 1 of the Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week. And what a start for Frank Sheptock and his Berwick Bulldogs, leading 44-0 over Hazleton area. And Betts getting ready to punt it away for the Bulldogs. Schneider awaiting the kick. Some pressure there. I believe that was Caleb Yonner. But Betts got off a great kick that Schneider has to go all the way back to his 35 to corral. He's across the 40, and he's finally going to be brought down after a return of about 10 yards. Making the tackle, William Decker, a sophomore.
Yonner almost caught it. Was able to block that off the corner. Was not picked up at all as the Cougars take the ball. 5:07 left, ball game. As I mentioned earlier, mercy rule in effect, clock runs, makes it a little more difficult for the Cougars. And as you mentioned, Marty, at this point, let's try to get it in the end zone, something positive to take in the next week.
Otero right up the middle, has a first down and more as Otero gets inside the 40 to about the 38. Good for a Harry's, you pull it. Cougar first down.
Gives you a little indication of Otero running the football, big, strong. One of the things, a lot of people standing up, nobody trying to get off the block. Wrap your arms when you make the tackle.
This is Caleb Yonner with the carry. Looks like they'll give him about 8 on first down, maybe even 9. to the Bulldog 28. Second and short coming up.
Here you see Yonner. Looked like he wanted to go outside, cuts it back, picks up good yardage. Hazleton showing a little spark offensively.
I mentioned doesn't get much easier as the Spartans of Wyoming Valley West come for your home opener next Friday night.
And as I mentioned, Marty, you look at the score here, but you say to yourself, and I know Coach Brennan will do this, listen, we have 9 games left. We can't give up on the season. We won't give up on the season. I know he won't let his players do that as there is a fumble.
Looked like rushed handoff and making the recovery, Austin DeWald. And the Bulldogs will take over at their own 30 with 3:07 remaining.
DeWald, right there, you see it, was staggering a little bit, but he fell on the ball. Bulldogs now take over, 3 minutes left, 3:07 exactly. I think I'm going to ask our stat guy to check total offense for the Bulldogs.
Once again,
at this point.
Winner of the Soul Helmet tonight is ticket 150, John Fetter, and the football, Nancy Hess, ticket 195. The winner of the 12-man ticket Soul.
Bulldogs with the ball. We just talked about an offense that has produced 352 yards.
Credit Anthony Lugo with the tackle for a loss as Kishbaugh, Michael Kishbaugh, a sophomore, got the carry. Ended up being a loss of 3. 2nd and 13 coming up for the Bulldogs.
Well, I think we're at the point in the ball game where either coach will stop the clock. So we're going to use all of the play clock. We're at 2 minutes on the game clock. We'll see a few more plays before this is a finished contest.
And it's Kishbaugh again. Kishbaugh to the outside, steps out of bounds. We'll see where they'll mark him. Looks like he got out to about the 34-yard line. That was a gain of 7 on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
Clock running, as I mentioned, Marty, even though the ball carrier went out of bounds because of the mercy rule. Coach Sheptock looking at the play clock, which just started.
Kishbaugh right up the middle is going to be brought down after a gain of about 4 on the play. Making the tackle, Trevor Wilkinson for the Cougars.
Don't know if we'll see another play or not. All depends when he marks it. Yeah, we'll see one more. The official.
4th and 3 from the 38.
And the Bulldogs will have to run one more play, as it'll be 4th and 2. Almost a fumble on the handoff, and Kishbaugh is pushed out of bounds. And clock continues to run. You got to look at Kyle Roberts, the Fairway Motors player of the game. There was a lot of big offensive numbers, and I know that's something to be proud of for this Berwick football team. But Kyle Roberts, from the start of this game, had a couple of sacks, a couple of other tackles for loss, dominated the defensive line. If he wasn't making the tackle, he was blowing up plays and led that Berwick defense to this shutout victory.
He also blocked on offense very well. So, as you said, we had White who gained a lot of yards. We had several candidates, but Kyle Roberts.
Kyle Roberts stood out as our player of the game. The Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week. Week number 1 is in the books. Berwick wins it. We'll be back to wrap it up right after this.
Once again, 44 for Berwick, nothing.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Zahners Automotive Incorporated has been providing complete towing and wreckage recovery service. They also offer emergency truck and trailer repairs and roadside assistance. Located at 213 East Broad Street in Hazleton. Call them at 570-454-0541.
Electric Frog Designs, 323 North Hunter Highway, Route 309 Drums, offering full-color banners and signs, vehicle lettering and graphics, campaign signs, promotional products, trophies, plaques, and medals. 788-2333.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Electric Frog Designs, 323 North Hunter Highway, Route 309 Drums, offering full-color banners and signs, vehicle lettering and graphics, campaign signs, promotional products, trophies, plaques, and medals. 788-2333.
We mentioned our Fairway Motors player of the game, Kyle Roberts, doing it on the defensive line, on the offensive line, but we should mention some numbers. Credit Lenny Wida. 20 carries, 181 yards, 3 touchdowns on the night. And quarterback Jared Marshman, 7 of 10 passing, 105 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a big spark to that Berwick offense.
I'll tell you what, good statistics. Obviously, Wida with the great rushing, helped by the offensive line, good blocking, but he also has a very aggressive running style, Marty. The second thing, you want your quarterback to be efficient. 7 for 10, 105 yards through the screen coming back inside the force for the touchdown. Didn't really turn it over except one time when he was trying to carry that ball out in front of him and lost it. So all in all, a very efficient game by the Bulldogs on both sides of the ball.
And on that turnover, I think he was more surprised than anything at how quickly Adrian Otero got on him, and Adrian was able to get his left hand in there and knock the ball loose. But other than that, this Berwick team seemed pretty flawless. And the other thing, the conditioning on both of these teams, and granted, near the end of the game, you saw other players getting in. I do not recall one cramping issue on either side tonight.
Yeah, and tonight's the type of night where obviously both sides stayed hydrated. Well, cramps were not an issue, but it was humid out there. But again, Berwick played well. Hazleton area is going to go back, look at the film, and say, hey, we have to get better. And they have 1 week to do it. Then they'll see Wyoming Valley West next Friday evening, and we will be there.
We will be there. It'll be the Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week, week number 2, Wyoming Valley West at Hazleton area. The home opener for the Cougars at Harmon Guy Stadium will be on the air next Friday night at 7, not only here on WYLN, but statewide on PCN as well. So we invite you to tune in next Friday night for the Cougars home opener, as they'll play host to the Spartans of Wyoming Valley West, who opened the season tonight against Scranton. And it looks like down on the sidelines, Eric DeBerardinis with winning head coach Frank Sheptock.
Thanks, Marty. I'm here with Frank Sheptock. Just got his first career win as Berwick Bulldogs head coach. An emotional night to begin with. What are the emotions right now after your first win and a dominating win at that?
Well, I tell you, I'm so proud of our players. What a great job. Number one, by our seniors, giving us great leadership. And then just from an execution standpoint, obviously, that's a very good Hazleton football team, and we were able to stop the run and get things going a little bit offensively. But hey, that's hats off to my team, and the players. They bought in, they worked real hard. We had a great off season, and obviously we were able to perform extremely well tonight.
You're a defensive guy. How happy does it make you to see that 0 next to the visitor on the scoreboard?
Well, I tell you, as long as we have more, I'm happy. So, I mean, but obviously, hey, it's a testament to the players, that they're playing real hard. They're playing a complete football game. As a defensive coach, I always like to keep that points against down, and, real pleased with, just the all-around effort. I mean, there's a lot of great things, but we're going to watch the film. We're going to find some things we need to work on, and we're going to need to play better next week against Dallas.
I hear in the huddle there you say, that's a statement win. I know you thought you probably had a good team, but what did you learn about your squad tonight that maybe you didn't know in the preseason leading up to week 1?
Well, that we were able to come out of the locker room. Obviously, it's the first time you're coming out. There's a little less preparation with the new format that the PIAA has in place. So, you still have some question marks. I mean, we had a great scrimmage last week, but, there were still question marks. You're going against, the Otero young man, who's obviously one of the premier players in the eastern half of the state. Can you stop him? I thought that we were able to rise to the occasion, and the statement was more within ourselves of, we believe in each other, we trust each other, and we're going to play as a football team. That's what I was most proud of.
Absolutely. I'll let you enjoy this win, but we have to look forward a little bit. Week 2, an old friend and old rival, Rich Manello at Dallas. What are your expectations for that one? I saw earlier they were close with Coughlin. You got a lot of film to watch. But just your excitement for renewing that and also just renewing a great Wyoming Valley Conference rivalry.
Well, sure. Number one, Richie and I go way back. I mean, our relationship is extremely strong. And, it's sort of like that brother thing. You bring out the best of each other where you're trying to, match your brother and do the best thing. But, we've shared a lot of ideas. We've shared a lot of really, when we were in personal situations where they were tough as a football coach, that we were able to lean on each other. And our friendship was really founded on the trust that we had for each other. And, when we play against each other, I mean, that's a neat thing because it brings the best out of both of us. And, so we both look forward to that.
He's seen wins here before as athletic director. Tonight, his first win as head coach of Berwick. Frank Sheptock, thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
Back to you, Marty.
Thank you very much, Eric. And Joe, on a personal note for yourself, your former assistant, to see Frank come in here at Berwick and come away with his first victory.
Yeah, I'm extremely pleased for him. I'm glad he learned one thing. If you have more points than the other team, you win. But no, Frank has done, I think, a fine job taking the reins from a storied program and a storied coach who will live on in a lot of people's memories for a long time, and has done a nice job with them. Bulldogs looking forward to Dallas. We're looking forward to Hazleton, Wyoming Valley West.
And we'd like to let the fans of the Berwick Bulldogs know we'll have them 2 more times this year. Week number 4, their matchup at Crestwood, and we'll be back here at Crispin Field week number 7 against the Pittston Area Patriots. So Berwick fans, you get a couple of more opportunities to check out the Bulldogs here on WYLN on the Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week. We are now going to say goodnight for our director, Barry J.S., for Stats by Jim Burns, for Eric DeBerardinis, Joe DeMelfi, I'm Marty Burns saying so long. Once again, the final score. The Frank Sheptock Berwick Bulldogs are 1-0 as they win it tonight 44-0. Join us next Friday night for the Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week. The Hazleton Area Cougars home opener against Wyoming Valley West will be on the air next Friday night at 7 o'clock. It'll also be on statewide on PCN. This has been a WYLN Sports Special presentation, and good Friday night from Berwick.